Hey there, Fellowship family. Welcome to your one-stop shop for all things church life. My name is Cole McQuaid, the Fellowship Bible Church Kids Choir Director, and I am your host for today. I am here with 4 kids choir members who participated in our Joyride Cruising Through Philippians musical this April, and I'm excited to have a conversation with them about their opportunity in kids choir. I will allow them to introduce themselves to you today.
My name is Fiona Stevens. I'm in 6th grade, and this is my 4th year with Kids Choir.
My name is Allison Dillard. I'm in 5th grade, and this is my 3rd year with Kids Choir.
My name is Josiah Carey. I'm in 4th grade, and this is my 1st year in Kids Choir.
My name is Gideon Best. I am in 3rd grade, and this is my 1st year of Kids Choir.
Wonderful. I'm really excited to have these kids here today because we just finished our musical. We have a little bit of a break until the fall when we start rehearsing for another one. And the ministry of Fellowship Kids Choir is something that a lot of people at the church are excited about because they know every spring there's going to be this big musical production that allows kids to share their talents with the congregation, share a message with our community. And it's something that a lot of people are excited about, but they're not at our rehearsals. They're not behind the scenes with us. They just get to see the 45-minute production in the spring. So I have some questions that we're going to go through that will allow you to share why you like being in kids choir, what it means to you, and maybe it will allow people in our congregation to better understand the ministry. So Allison, I'm going to ask you the first question. What is your favorite part of being in Fellowship Kids Choir?
Probably doing what I love, which is like singing and dancing and acting.
Wonderful. Is there anybody else who has something that would be their favorite part of Kids Choir? Go ahead, Gideon.
My favorite part about Kids Choir is getting to sing about Jesus.
Wonderful.
I love to use my voice to glorify Him too.
Wonderful.
I love to come and see my friends and sing about Jesus.
That's wonderful. So some people have a talent or a desire to sing, and this is a really good outlet for them in the children's ministry other than singing on Sunday mornings. A lot of the kids who come like to sing, but might not have sung in more of a professional or an organized setting before. I know that we learned a little bit of some things about singing, and what are some things that we maybe do at Kids Choir with singing? What's one thing that you remember learning about singing at Kids Choir? Do you remember anything that you learned special about singing?
Well, I don't know. I just love to sing with the other kids, and it feels special to be able to sing with them and glorify our God.
Nice. Fiona, let me ask you another question. What is a favorite memory you have from our musical rehearsal this year or at our performance? There's a favorite memory.
I think it was being a soloist and practicing with the other soloists and our teacher, and it was so nice to be with girls who love to use their voices to glorify Him as well.
Wonderful. Does anybody else have a funny or a favorite memory from rehearsals?
I liked it when you taught us to swing our arm like this.
What did it mean when we were swinging our arms like this?
To keep the beat of the song better.
Okay. Does anybody else remember why I was dancing around like a crazy person in the front of the kids' choir swinging my arm?
So it would be louder.
Yes. There was a specific song that we were singing where I wanted the children to proclaim it and to not only have the right tempo, but to also feel like they were declaring this truth to the congregation when we were singing the song. And sometimes at rehearsal we get tired and we were singing like robots, and it gave them some new energy. That's funny. Does anybody have another memory that you wanted to share? Go ahead.
I like getting up on stage on Sundays and singing with the congregation.
That is fun. Something else that Fellowship Kids Choir does is we have the opportunity to sing with the adult choir or with the worship ministry here at Fellowship Bible Church on a Sunday morning during our corporate worship services. Whenever the worship team asks us to participate, it's always very exciting. And I know that we'll have an opportunity again this fall to do that. And then we also have an opportunity this spring. It's such a good opportunity for people who couldn't come to the musical to see the kids using their gifts to glorify God. Gideon, I'm going to ask you the next question. Why did you decide to join the kids choir?
Well, I wanted to be able to use my talent of singing to glorify God, and I wanted to be able to see some of my friends from Sunday school.
Wonderful. Does anyone else want to share why they decided to first join? Fiona, you've been involved longer than the other three here. Why did you decide to join in the first place?
When I was little, I would sit in church with my mom, and I would look up and see everyone singing, and sometimes I wish that I could be up there singing too.
So when you found that there was an opportunity within Fellowship Kids Choir to do that, you asked to join, and then you were able to learn and develop that gifting.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Does anyone else have a reason they want to share? Why did you decide to join?
I decided to join because I like singing and there were singing parts, and I like acting too.
Yes. Within the kids choir, you can sing in the choir, but if you're not in the large group choir, you might get pulled to do other things. Allison, what are some of those other things you might be pulled to do?
Well, I was pulled to do dancing, acting, and singing.
Wonderful. So even if singing is not your largest strength, but you have other artistic and performance, you have other performance gifts, I should say. There are other avenues for you to develop those giftings, which is really cool. Does anyone else want to share? Josiah, do you want to share why you decided to join?
I joined kids choir because I like singing, and singing brings me joy.
That's awesome. I think that is a theme that all of us like to sing, which is really cool. I'm glad that you were able to join. Josiah, I'll ask you this question first. What does it mean to use your talents to glorify God?
It means a lot to me because I'm doing the thing God gifted me with. I'm glorifying my Creator.
So, wonderful. So God created you with this gifting and this interest in singing. So when you sing about Him and you participate with other children also singing about Him, it's a way of worshiping Him.
Yes.
That's awesome. Do any of the other three of you want to tell me? I'll ask the question again. What does it mean to use your talents to glorify God? Go ahead.
To me, it means that when I do something, it's not to glorify me, it's to glorify God.
Awesome. Go ahead, Fiona.
I think it means we can kind of give back a little of what He gave us, because we didn't earn our talents. He decided to give them to us.
Yes, and that's sometimes why it's called a gift. I think some people forget that it's called that because someone gave it to you. When you're gifted at something, it's a talent that was given to you. You didn't earn it. You didn't necessarily do anything to be naturally good at it. And we're blessed by our Creator with these giftings. And I think you guys are hitting the nail on the head. It's important when we've received this gift to give it back to Him, to recognize who gave it to us, which is God, of course. Allison, do you want to share as well?
Well, I think using my talents to glorify God is like with singing, and yeah.
Wonderful. Does anybody, this is not a question that I gave them ahead of time. The last few musicals we've done have involved memorizing song lyrics, but this one specifically involved memorizing Bible verses, and all of the songs had Bible verses that came from Philippians. Have any of you had the opportunity to either read through Philippians or see a verse that was a song we memorized in the Bible while you were reading? Has that happened to anyone? Gideon, has that happened to you?
Yeah, I read the whole book of Philippians after the musical.
What did you do when you came to a verse that sounded familiar?
I told my mom it.
That's cool. Awesome. And what does it mean to you to realize, and this is a question for anybody, what does it mean to you to realize the songs I've memorized are scripture? How is that helpful to you? How could it be helpful in the future? What do you think, Fiona?
Well, we could tell people about it. If we memorize them, we can tell other people who aren't Christians.
Okay.
And it can help them become Christians.
Good. What else can it do? How can a verse that's, as David said, been hidden in your heart, or as the psalmist says, it might not have been David, whoops, but as the psalmist says in Psalm 119, if the word is hidden in our heart, if these verses from Philippians are hidden in our heart, how can that help us in the future besides sharing it with other people? Go ahead, Josiah.
It can grow us in Jesus.
What do you think that means, to grow? What does it mean to grow us in
helps
Jesus?
us to believe more.
Believe more, to have faith even when we doubt. When something is hard, oftentimes, especially when you're older, because life gets harder when you get older, it's just how it works. when something hard happens or you're going through a trial, if you need to be encouraged, if you have a verse memorized, it often will come to you when you need it and you'll remember it. But if you don't have those songs or those verses memorized, you don't have as much hope. And I think that's another reason it's really important to memorize scripture, and I'm glad that our musical allowed us to do that. Anyway, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited for us to participate in next year's musical, and I hope that you can come out next spring to see it. We would look forward to seeing you if you decide to come to a corporate worship service where the kids choir is participating. Until we meet again, I would encourage you to let Christ be the focus of our lives each and every day. Have a great week.